You
How are
remember
you?
this two broke girls that you suggested, and that girl says like,
Yes,
"Hey, girl,
yes. I forgot her name. What was her name?
Max."
Max was the other girl, the one in the coffee shop. Sorry.
Yeah, the other girl. I forgot her
I
name.
even I Caroline.
Caroline. Yeah,
Caroline.
yeah,
Yeah,
Caroline.
Caroline. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Anyway,
So,
so we are back with another episode, and today we are going to talk about a little intense, I would say, topic.
yes.
It's about our pregnancy journeys. And we have like two extremely different journeys, and let's talk about it. I'm sure a lot of women who listen to this might relate to one of her stories, or they may have a little bit connection to it. So let's go with yours first, because I know
Oh,
it's a complicated journey, and it would
yeah.
take a longer time to talk about it. Let's go with yours. Are
Okay.
you nervous?
Sure. I am a bit actually because this is a very emotional topic for me,
I
and
know.
I don't know how I will react on air because you know the journey very well. We have discussed it a lot of times earlier.
Yeah.
So, shall
No
shall I
worries,
begin?
no worries. I'm your you can let out your emotions. It's okay.
Yeah. So, we got married in 2013. Okay, and
Yeah.
since my childhood, I always, wanted to have kids because I loved kids. I wanted to be around them.
Yeah.
So just after our marriage, we were not in a, we were in a settling phase. So it took us a long time to, plan for a pregnancy. We
Right.
took around 3 to 4 years. We're thinking we were, shifting places also because of our respective jobs. So finally, when we decided, it took us another 6 months to realize that for us, it was not happening very naturally. Okay, it was taking
Right.
longer than we expected.
Yeah.
And age was another factor. Then I think the other factor that people were telling me a lot was my weight. They were telling me
Hmm.
that you should, reduce your weight. But when I saw other women also, there were other women who were not even that overweight or something. Some were even underweight, but still they were also facing issues.
Yeah. Hmm.
So finally, what we did was we consulted a normal gynecologist, and she was like, "Ki, what can I do about it? We can just do a couple of tests and see if everything is fine with both of you." And
Did the
seriously, the
gynec
test
also suggest about your weight? Did the
No, the
doctor
first
also?
one didn't. No, the first one didn't. The first one was a very senior lady. She was a bit
Hmm.
older, and she was more like, "You guys only have to do it. What can I do?" She was of
Yeah.
that opinion. But she said,
Yeah.
"I can suggest you tests, and you can, do those
Hmm.
tests, and we can see
Hmm.
if there's something that you need to take care of
Hmm.
or not." And then
Hmm.
the tests also came, and they were also normal, mostly hormonal tests for me and for him
Yeah.
also other. So they were normal, and again we waited, I think, another 3 to 4 months, and then finally we decided we will go to another specialist who can, suggest us some alternative ways. Because a colleague of mine, he suggested that he knew someone who
Yeah.
was, nearby only, and we went to her, and she was like, "Okay, if it's not happening normally, we can go through some help." And
Hmm.
it started well. It started
Hmm.
well, and within the second or third month, I think I conceived. Okay, but it turned out to be a heterotopic pregnancy, is what they call it. It's
Hmm.
so people know about ectopic pregnancy. Ectopic is like when the embryo is implanted outside the uterus. It's somewhere
Hmm.
on the fallopian tubes or somewhere else also. So
Right.
heterotopic is something which is like you have one embryo on the fallopian tube and another on your uterus. So when you go for a scan or something, it will show a normal pregnancy only. You won't
Hmm.
come to know initially. But we came to know when it was already too late. One of my tubes got ruptured. I had to go through multiple, not multiple, I had to go through two surgeries actually, two laparoscopic surgeries. You were there at that time, do you remember?
Yeah, I
You and
know.
Sundar came
Yeah,
to visit us, and so yeah, so that was very difficult. I think the first one was very difficult. After that, we went through a very uh, I can't explain it in words, what kind of journey we were going through, because I was like, I'm not sure if I can do it again or not. And
all
since
over
one of the
again.
tube, yes, and since one of the tube was not there, so the chances already reduced to 50%.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah, I
Because
remember
the
you
tube
telling me the doctor
yes,
told that the chances will slim down.
yeah, because the tube is through which the egg,
Yeah,
comes down
yeah.
from the ovary. So since it was all, so the chances were already very less, and I think we waited for another 3 to 4 years. In the meantime,
Mm-hmm.
I was the one who was thinking about, maybe we could go for adoption. Maybe we could all together decide that no, no, we won't do this. But the problem was I was the one who was very much keen on, I was feeling that emptiness in my heart that no, no, I need a baby. I want a baby. And, but, but finally it was around, I
Because
think after, hmm,
because you got a chance to experience it, but not
yes,
get a taste of it completely, so it's like
yeah,
incomplete. And I know, as soon as you might have got to know that you're pregnant, I know this motherly love, it comes out of nowhere, and
yes,
it's very
yes.
hard to let go of. And
Yes,
I
and it was
remember
only
when,
5 weeks. The first time it
yeah,
was only 5 weeks. It was too early, and that's why they were not able to detect it. Uh, and even
yeah,
I couldn't feel that there could be such a thing with us. But
yeah.
anyways,
I remember when
after,
we got to
uh,
know, and we were just casually in the office at that time.
yeah,
So me,
mm,
Sundar, and there was another friend, Vijay,
mm,
and then Pranay. I think I called you and you didn't pick. Then Pranay told me that it
mm,
happened, and we came to the hospital, and I think you were under sedation, you couldn't talk or meet
mm,
us. But
mm,
I at that point of time, I couldn't understand what kind of pain you would have gone through. But
mm.
now that I'm a mother, I know how heartbreaking it would have been.
Yeah, yeah. But yeah, and physically also it was, I don't want to go into the details because we can cover it not maybe some other day. So physically also you get a very sharp pain, and it is like it comes in waves. It's not that constant pain you get. So that's why I was also very doubtful what's happening to me. So, anyways, that was the first time, but the second time, that was, I think, around 2019, we decided that we will go for an IVF. And the other thing was, I wanted to do it, I wanted to try it only once. I didn't want to, do it again and again. I know people try until, they get the results, but for me, it would have been like, had it not been in one shot, I may have, decided not to
Yeah,
go through it
yeah.
altogether. So, but we were lucky, and with the first IVF itself, I conceived the twin babies, and the rest of the.
The rest of it is a happy story.
Yes, yes, the rest of it is a happy story.
Yeah, I remember just before you conceived, that you went through the IVF process also.
Hmm.
Uh, we were thinking of adoption, right? And then
Yes.
we were this big time friends, fans, and we were
Yeah.
always thinking about how
Oh my
Monica
God.
uh,
Yes.
wanted to adopt, and then they
Yeah.
finally ended up adopting. So we were relating to that, and at that time also we found happiness, or you found
Yeah.
happiness, that oh, it's okay,
Hmm.
whatever it is,
Yeah.
I want a baby, and be it
Yeah.
adoption or through myself or
Yes.
whatever it is. And
Yeah.
it's such a positive thing to take up, even
Yeah.
you were positive that okay, adoption is also okay for me to get a baby.
Yeah. Yeah.
So you had so much love to give to the baby, and yeah, now both your kids might be fighting for that.
We'll come to that story some other time.
So throughout this process, you tell me the first time when it happened, did you did you feel guilty that due to some reason of yours that it happened?
Oh, let me tell you that one. So the day we got to know, and it was a weekday actually. Then we decided we'll take some time and not inform our respective families immediately. But by the weekend, we were like, we need to inform our parents at least.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember I told my mom and my sister immediately the
Mm-hmm.
moment we got to know. And we took around 4 5 days more, and it was over a Saturday that we informed our father-in-law that this is what it is.
Mm-hmm.
My mother-in-law was not, she's not with us anymore, and she was not there that time. So, and we decided, I don't know why we decided we will celebrate it. Okay, so me,
Mm-hmm.
mm, my husband, and my brother-in-law, we all three, that evening we went out actually. And that was the first time where I felt a sharp pain there. Okay.
Okay.
And we were thinking it could be some other reason. We didn't even,
Mm.
we didn't even care. We
Suspect.
thought, okay, it's,
Mm.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
We
yeah, the
thought
first
it's
time
nothing
nobody
serious.
suspects these things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I was too happy to, think about the
Yeah.
negatives because
Yeah.
I was feeling too positive about it. But yeah,
Right.
but later, now when I look back, I feel that the guilty part is that we shouldn't have celebrated so early. Maybe that was that is something that I feel, but not, I could have been more careful. I don't know regarding
That
the celebration part, but
Yeah, that's
otherwise,
not in your
yeah.
hands at all. The celebration is also what it's a happy moment. Of course, you deserve to celebrate. Of course, for the whole family gets to know about it and celebrate.
Hmm,
There's nothing
hmm, hmm,
wrong in doing that.
hmm, hmm, hmm.
I know a lot of people might have also suggested, like you told about your
Hmm.
weight and the age and everything.
Yeah. Hmm. Hmm.
Yeah, I've seen people who are very fat but it doesn't matter
Yeah.
as long as you're healthy and
Hmm.
your body
Hmm.
is ready,
Hmm. Hmm.
you're good to go.
Yeah.
And it also depends on a lot of other factors. It could be genetics, your history, family history, or
Hmm.
it's just random. So
Hmm.
we can never pinpoint that this is the reason why it happened. I know a
Yeah.
couple of other friends also who went through uh, miscarriage the first time, and every
Hmm.
experience is different. And they were all healthy.
Hmm.
They were
Hmm.
well within their appropriate age limit to get
Hmm.
the kids. But it happened to
Yeah.
them also. So
Yeah.
it's got nothing to do with your body or your age. I know
Yeah.
age might be now that I think about it, age could be a little bit factoring into it, but still
Hmm.
it has a very high chances that
Hmm.
it's not in your case.
Hmm. Hmm.
People at
Yeah.
40, 45 also get conceived.
Yeah. Exactly.
For some people it happens so easily, so we
Hmm.
never know.
Yeah. You want to share yours now?
Mine was a very happy, positive pregnancy that I had, and I think I was 30 when I conceived, and I
Hmm.
had this goal that before 30 I have to get my first kid at least.
Hmm.
And at that same time we were looking for a house also to buy a house, and we just got the funny story about why I wanted kids. Unlike you, you always wanted to have kids. You loved having it. I know that, but for me, I was always scared of having kid for myself because I was too scared. I never had any experience with holding babies or playing with them.
Oh, is it?
Um, yeah, one thing that happened when I was around, I think 6 or 7 years old, my aunt's son, he was a months old baby, and she brought him home, and I wanted, I picked him up, and then I was playing, and suddenly I dropped him. Then I heard this bump sound, and I was terrified what would happen to the baby. And since then, I had this fear of picking up babies or playing with babies. So always thought that I was very bad at handling kids.
Oh, no,
And
no, no. You were too small then.
still that fear, it just built up, and then I wasn't really ready ever to
Mm,
have kids. But we went to a trip with a couple of friends in
mm,
2020,
mm.
and then I got drunk. That's when I was suddenly like, I want a baby, I want a baby. And then that's when I just randomly just started the baby fever. Then we
Uh,
started, we got on, we got on to
you
work,
got an
we
action
got into business, and then we conceived in the next 1 month.
in the next 1 month. See, when you
Yeah.
started the story, I thought it would be like I got drunk and I don't know how it just happened.
No. No, no. I got drunk, and then that's when I kept telling my husband that yeah, I want a baby now. I'm ready. I'm ready. And he was like, he didn't believe me because I was drunk, and I might blabber something when I'm drunk. So next day he asked me multiple times when the hangover is gone and everything. He asked me multiple times, "Are you really ready for a baby? Are you now ready? Are you now ready for
But
a
what
baby?"
about
And
him?
he always wanted, he was like, but he never forced me or pressured me to,
Hmm.
pushed me to have kids. He was like, whenever you're ready, we will get on it. Yeah, he was very supportive. He always wanted to have kids. I mean, he was always ready.
Hmm.
Yeah, during pregnancy also, I didn't have any major troubles. It's just I was happy. I was very well, eating very well. But the only thing that I missed was it was COVID time, and my mom couldn't come here to take care
Hmm.
of me or just be with me. I
Hmm.
missed her so much. I had so many
Yeah.
breakdowns during my pregnancy, just about that. But
Hmm.
other than that, I had a very happy and positive pregnancy, and
Hmm.
the delivery also went well.
Hmm.
Yep.
Hmm. Yeah.
So that's my story. And during my pregnancy, I had to tell. So I had this craving for French fries, like for a
Hmm.
whole month. I think
Hmm.
when in my second trimester, when I was probably 4 5 months into pregnancy. So every day I used to ask Sundar to go and get me fries from only just McDonald's. I didn't like the
Hmm.
fries from anywhere else. Just McD's, and he used to get me that small fries, and I used to eat a lot of that. And
Hmm.
then during this pregnancy, they have this gestational diabetes test, sugar
Hmm.
test,
Hmm. Hmm.
around 26 28 weeks, I think.
Hmm.
I forgot, but yeah,
Hmm.
at that time during the first test, I got this borderline sugar thing, and then they recommended me for another test, second test.
Hmm. Hmm.
And then we came home, and we started checking in Google University.
Hmm.
What does this mean? Like the borderline
Hmm.
sugar in the first
Hmm.
test of gestational
Hmm.
diabetes,
Hmm.
and it just piled up and landed me into one page where it said that your baby also could have sugar if you you had sugar during this. And it's like I read all that nonsense, and I started crying, thinking, oh my god, I didn't take care of my body well. I ate too many fries, I ate too much food. And then I started blaming myself that all these are the reasons. And then
Oh no.
yeah, and then Sundar also felt bad that he didn't take care of me well. So it was although at my home we have two
Hmm.
doctors at home, my brother and
Hmm.
sister-in-law, we didn't
Hmm.
consult them, we didn't
Hmm.
ask
Hmm.
them, and then we just started simply googling about all these things, and it was all nonsense. And then there was a 1 week gap between the
Hmm.
second test.
Hmm. Hmm.
So for that 1 week, I was on a strict diet as to eating just salad for dinner, and eating
Hmm.
only like chickpeas protein at
Hmm.
lunch. And I
Hmm.
was like, I didn't like it, but I thought that would help in getting the levels back to normal. And then
Hmm.
I
Hmm.
went to the second test, and it was all normal. So the doctor said,
Okay.
no, no. Then the doctor later, after the second appointment, the gynec, she told, that
Hmm.
no, no, at the first test a lot of people get this borderline, there's nothing to worry, you didn't have
Hmm.
to go through that salad eating and all, that's okay, you have to eat well. Then I was relieved, and then I told my brother and sister-in-law that all this happened, and they were like, yeah, when there are doctors at home, you guys don't consult, you always refer to Google, don't ask. They
So
were upset.
were you back to
Yes,
eating
I was
the
back to
fries
eating.
again?
No, after that, I didn't have the
That's
craving,
good.
but I was eating well. I was eating once in
Yeah.
a while, but
Hmm.
other
Hmm.
things also I was eating well.
Hmm.
But yeah,
Hmm.
that's one thing that I remember. One, I would say, one kind of negative thing during my pregnancy.
So my first trimester was like I used to get very sick, like not just morning, throughout the day. It could be any
Mm.
time, whatever. First of all, I had this strong sense of smell. Okay, there were particular
Mm.
foods that would give me like that I would feel like, just throwing up. So the
Oh,
first trimester, it was very difficult and I didn't eat much also. Even I lost some weight and I was very happy. Wow. But,
yeah.
but from the second trimester onwards, I had so much craving for anything and everything. Okay. I used to
Mm.
check the Swiggy app. Okay. Because since morning, the moment I would open my eyes, I would be like, okay, what should I eat today? What is my baby craving for today? Okay. So I think I mention this to you that
I
throughout
remember.
the second
I
and
remember you told me that you're ordering a lot on Swiggy
yeah, so I was, and on Instagram also, it was, showing me only
on the food videos. Yeah,
food
this
videos
also
and
I
baby
remember you
videos.
told me that all my feed is full of food videos now.
Yeah, and I was thinking that if my baby could either turn out to be a chef.
Babies.
Yeah, babies. That also I was like, anyway. And then, but thankfully, I was able to, towards the end, I had to control
Yeah,
because it was getting very difficult
out of
to
hand.
even.
Did Pranay ever stop you?
No, we still remember. So he was telling me that, do you remember? I even sometimes during odd hours at late at night, I used to go and get ice cream for you because there were these specific shops. So there was one shop called Corner House. I think
I
you remember.
remember.
That was that was very near to our earlier house, and we
Yeah,
used to go and get ice cream from there.
DBC.
DBC, exactly.
Oh my God, that was truly like loaded with chocolate, death by
Yeah,
chocolate.
yeah. And
Yeah.
so during the pregnancy and before the pregnancy also, I am a very big, huge fan of coffee. Like coffee is
Hmm.
something that I can't, at least in the morning and by the evening, I need at least 2 cups of coffee.
Oh
Okay.
yes.
So, but I had to cut down on that. I cut down as in I had to
Yeah.
I completely stopped having caffeine.
Mm.
And sometimes I used to crave for this cold coffees also, but I knew it was not
But
healthy.
you
So
could
I,
have like
hmm.
a little bit, like maybe 100 ml.
Yeah, yeah, but still I was too scared because I didn't want to, this time I didn't
Mm,
want
mm,
to
don't want to risk
take
anything.
any, yeah, didn't want to
Yeah.
take any risk. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I remember too. Coffee was like we were coffee
Hmm.
addicts,
Yeah.
and it was very really hard for initially for me to control
Hmm.
it, but I had to. So I
Hmm.
reduced the
Hmm.
quantity, but I didn't give up. I still used
Okay.
to drink.
Hmm.
But the thing
Hmm.
is, just before I got pregnant, the a couple
Hmm.
of months before, till couple of months before that, I was
Hmm.
very active, like
Hmm.
physically very like running, doing a lot of exercises, yoga.
Hmm. Yeah,
Um,
I remember you joined yoga classes also. There was some
yeah,
yoga
online.
21
Online,
day
I
or some
used to.
challenge.
Yeah, I used to do this yoga challenges, and then
Hmm.
I used to run every day 5 to 7 kilometers. I used to be very fit, and after that, once I got pregnant, I was so scared that I shouldn't do
Hmm.
anything. I didn't know
Hmm.
that we could still
Hmm.
continue.
Hmm.
But then the advice we get from the family and everybody, right? They say that okay, don't lift heavy weights, don't do a
Hmm.
lot of
Hmm.
movement in your body. And then I
Hmm.
was scared, and I stopped doing that. And after that, it was very hard for me to get back to it. and I
mm,
still didn't get back to my old routine. But
mm,
during the pregnancy, the most I did was just stretching my body and walking a lot. That I did.
mm,
But
mm,
my old exercises, my core strength, I had a lot of core strength back
mm,
then, like before pregnancy. And
mm,
yeah, thanks to pregnancy, it's all gone
mm.
now.
But I remember when you were here in India, you used to go for these treks, over the weekends.
Yeah, I know.
And,
Everybody used to call me
and then,
this,
and
let's go trekking.
yeah, and there was this friend of ours, you remember Ajay? He used to, tease you कि
Yeah.
कल कौन सा पहाड़ चढ़ोगी.
Yeah, yeah, I remember. I still
Yeah.
like to go for hikes, but yeah, here the
Hmm,
season doesn't
hmm,
support us. But whenever we do, but we used to go even here.
hmm, hmm, hmm.
Yeah. So yeah, that
I
was another
remember,
story.
yeah, I remember, I think when you got to know, you texted me. And I was like, are you sure? You were pretty sure. Okay, you did, I think you did have a home pregnancy test,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
you didn't go for any blood test, but you were very sure. And I didn't want to, get your hopes very high. I was telling you, you should, have you consulted a doctor or someone? And you were like, oh no, I did it. And I was like, okay. And then I was
Yeah,
already
yeah, and I
thinking
was
that,
pretty confident. I didn't know,
yeah,
I don't know
hmm,
why, but I was like very confident that yes, I'm definitely
yeah,
pregnant. And Sundar was
yeah,
telling me for taking
hmm,
test also, he asked me to
hmm,
wait for a
hmm.
actual recommended date and then do a
Hmm,
test. But I
hmm,
did a week
hmm,
before and it was
hmm,
positive.
hmm,
And why I did, because I don't know, suddenly I woke up one day.
hmm,
During that week, and I felt
hmm,
like, okay, I think I'm pregnant. I should take
hmm,
a test. I was very
hmm, hmm,
happy, but I was very
hmm.
positive even before I took the test.
Yeah,
I took the test and it was positive. And then
yeah,
with I took it without telling Sundar because he told me to wait for a week and then do it. But I still did it and it was positive. So yeah, and then I went and showed him, and he didn't believe it. He was so excited. He was so happy.
yeah,
Yeah, and then later, I think after a week, we went for the doctor checkup.
yeah. We both got pregnant around almost the
Yeah,
same
six
time.
months. Yeah,
That's,
6 months
yeah,
after
6 months
you.
gap. Yeah,
Yeah,
we had just to say. I don't know what to call it. Is it a coincidence or what? What do you think?
Joe incidents
Joe, what? Joe incident?
with the J. Yeah, we don't know. We have our kids in the same age group, so it's good for them to grow
Yeah,
up
yeah.
together, knowing that
It's just that,
their moms are
yeah,
connecting long distance over call, like calls like this. They might also do the same. Who knows?
yeah. It's
Yeah,
just that I miss you being here, or, I miss us. I want us to spend more time so that,
I
our
know.
kids could also
Yeah, I
play
know. Soon.
together.
Hope. Soon.
Yeah, yeah,
Okay. All right. That's all for today.
yeah.
I'll see you next week.
Sure.
Okay. Bye
Okay.
bye.
Bye bye.